everybody, welcome back here to my channel, and today to part 3 of building Oasis Bay. This is my water coaster build for the monthly challenge. So today I'm getting a lot done. I'm getting straight in there and doing a lot more buildings. I'm just showing you quickly now in real time some of the things I've done off camera. Just added in a roof there. There's a little building around the drop which you can see through, so guests can watch the trains or the boats go down the drop. Also, I've done a little tower building in the queue line. I'm going to start working a little bit more on this kind of marquee for the ride here, which says River Mirage, and I just need to tidy that up a little bit and make that look a bit better, because it's looking a bit simple at the moment. I'm going to get that done. I'm also going to do a lot more of the buildings in this whole area to really tie together this kind of marketplace feel. I also have a flat ride here, which is a flying carpet. I'm going to theme that up today as well. And yeah, just generally do a lot of little bits and pieces here and there. Some bits I have built off camera, and that's not because I didn't want to show you, it's just because I was experiencing such bad lag while playing on building this. I was just the game's not really that fun when you have to go through that much lag. Like, just placing one piece would take forever, and I decided that some of the parts of this build I was going to do off camera, and because obviously when I played this game off camera, it runs a lot better and I can actually build at a quicker pace. And so I filmed all the bits I thought that I could film. Some bits I've done off camera, like detailing and a couple of buildings and stuff, things that got repetitive. Yeah, so I'm sorry if there's things that I've cut out that maybe you wanted to see, but I'm going to cover everything in like a quick little real-time moment throughout the video. If any bits that I haven't filmed, I'm going to show you anyway, just to show you what I've done, so don't worry too much. So I'm working on this little building here, which is kind of like, it's the queue line for the flying carpets, but it's also like a part of the other queue line. It's like a building that kind of separates the queue lines apart from the water coaster and the flying carpet, and it's also like a near miss building with the drop of the water coaster going through this building and then through another building, and then it will come out underneath and then splash into the Oasis. So that's the kind of idea for that one. And I just thought I really wanted to have a building that it kind of went through. I wanted to try and make it look a bit more kind of broken and stuff. I haven't really achieved that, so maybe I'll go back in and add a few more like wonky beams and broken pieces or something. But at the time of me building this, I just wanted to get kind of like a basic thing done. And I thought it was just cool that it also doubled up as the queue line for the flying carpet, so it worked out really well. Didn't plan it at all. Yeah, the flying carpet, I just thought that was just like a no-brainer, like the perfect flat ride to add into this theme. And for some reason, I thought we had like a flying carpet type ride in the game, but maybe I'm getting super confused with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 or something. But yeah, I tried to look for one, there wasn't one, and then I thought maybe it was a mod, but there wasn't one either. So anyway, the flying carpets, this flying carpet even, it works out perfect. It fits really snug there in the corner, and I'm going to try and hide it in amongst all the buildings and stuff and make it like a little back alley flying carpet shop, which I think is a really cool idea, and I really like that as well. And also I just wanted to add another flat ride into the area, just so that it wasn't just the water coaster. We had a flat ride, we have a water coaster, and then I'm going to do some dining areas, and then I think that would be a pretty good little area for a theme park. So right now I'm just putting some touches onto these buildings. I'm doing these windows that kind of jut out at the side. I've also got the other windows on the other side of the building, putting some canopies on them. I've put these like stepped sloped pieces of the walls on the roofs as well, just to make those look a little bit more interesting, and just adding little details here and there. And these kind of I don't really say methods, but these kind of methods that I'm doing is something that I'm translating into every single building, just to make them all tie in together. Each one is slightly different. They either have like the different style roofing or different style windows, but they all tie in together either with a piece of scenery that I've used or color scheme, that kind of thing. So yeah, that makes building so much easier when you have a theme. Like if you have like a few pieces that you can go back to and use to make them all look cohesive, it really works out. So now I want to do like another small tower here. This will kind of be like around the entrance area to this kind of themed part of this theme park, and also will be the entrance to the left of that tower for the flying carpets, which means that tower makes like a perfect wall to do like a little flying carpet marquee, so people know where the queue is for that ride. And I'm using these pre-built castle pieces, which I think work out really cool as well for like little tunnels and little back alleys and stuff. I did actually build too close to the flying carpet, so when I test the ride, it does clip ever so slightly, so I've had to go in and change that a little bit, but I do that off camera. But yeah, nothing too major. I just really should check more in the future how close my rides get to buildings and stuff. Also with the drop for the water coaster, when I tested it, the test dummies actually had their heads chopped off on the wooden beams that I put into that building. So I have gone back in as well and edited all that as well, because these are just things I got sloppy with. I just was building and I thought, you know what, I don't care about the clearances for the people's body parts, but I've changed it now, so no worries. We're not having a death machine water coaster. So right now I'm just putting like a little trim around there, around that tower that I just built, and also over the entrance to the area, just to kind of make it look a bit more like one thing. Don't really like those in-game entrance gates, to be honest. I wish they were kind of more just like a simple turnstile or something a little less archway. It's like I don't know, it's just hard to cover sometimes, and yeah. They really remind me of the ones from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. They are basically like the same entrance gate. Anyway, enough talking about that. I've just added some more details there onto that tower. It's so basic. It's literally just like shapes, the cube, and then I've just stacked it up, making them smaller and smaller as you go up. Put on a pillar on each corner, and now I'm just going to go in and add like some extra little trims around it and stuff. And like this simple building now becomes somewhat kind of detailed in a way. It's not like super detailed, but it looks way better. And it looks cool even though it's so simple, you know. Just adding some little windows onto it as well makes all the difference. So like if you're ever struggling with buildings and stuff, just throw windows on them and some trims, like the little bits that stick out over the edge of the wall, and they'll look great. I think they look cool, so I'm happy with that. And I've done a little sign there on the front using like this scroll from the props mod. Thought that was kind of cool. I was looking for carpets. I swear there was carpets somewhere, but couldn't find any carpets. And I wanted to like rotate them using Freedom 2K and like hang some carpets up on the wall. But I didn't do that because I couldn't find any carpets. So yeah, I've gone ahead and used the scroll for that one. Now I'm just using the canopies, putting them around the outside of the flying carpet, also in the queue line. And I've decided on this side of this side of the themed area, I'm going to go for like this kind of sandy and turquoise color scheme. We have like the reds over at the other side where the coaster is. We have a little bit of turquoise going on. There's a little bit of pale blue. And now I think it's time to get into a bit of turquoise as well, just to really change up the colors, but also keep it kind of still cohesive in a way, you know? So as you can see here, I have a building that has been kind of laid out with basic walls just to kind of give me like a general idea of the shape and where it's going to go. Now I'm going to go in and use actual textured pieces, etc., and make a nice building. And I'm actually going to do most of this off camera, so I'm going to skip ahead in a second and you'll see kind of how that looks like. But you've seen me build this kind of thing now already in this kind of little series. It's the same style buildings, using the same techniques as the other buildings. The coaster actually is going to shoot out of this tower part on the backside into that little bunny hill into the splashdown, so that's going to be really cool. And as you can see, they've added like a little archway as well over the bunny hill with some water effects and stuff. That's how that building looks like. As you can see, it's basically all the techniques I've done before on the other buildings, just put together in a different way. Really happy with that. This is like a little souvenir shop on one side and like a little food place on the other side. And then you've got like a cool seating area for the kind of main splashdown as the ride, so guests can watch that. And I've added in a little tower there as well at the end of that wooden platform. Just going to add some mist into that tunnel there, which looks really, really cool. Add some thicker beams. I just have to figure out what to do on the other side, like where the park entrance is, because I'm not quite sure what to do there yet, but I'll figure that out. And I'm just adding some more little details and canopies on there. And another thing I do as well with that building is I add some like market stalls with fruit baskets and stuff, but I do that off camera as well, I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, now I'm just adding in like a fence on the other side as well, so guests on this side can also watch the boats come flying over that little bunny hill and through the archway. That archway was super simple to build. It looks maybe a little bit more complicated than it was. Again, it was just layering pieces on top of each other and making them smaller each time. I think what my plan is here for this side is to have like a viewing platform that kind of comes up, and then maybe extend the pathway all the way around the outside of the water, but kind of raise it up and make it more like you can look down on the Oasis, have palm trees and that kind of thing. And maybe this would be a transition into another area in the theme park. If there was another area, obviously I'm focusing on just this section of the map. So now I'm going to go in and do one more tower build. This is going to be the tower that covers up the mid-course brake run area here, which is just in front of the depot. I need to figure out how to cover the depot. I'm thinking of like doing like a typical theme park thing and having the back of the map be backstage and have like the themed areas, the guests would just see facade and wouldn't see the actual backstage area. So that's kind of what I think I'm going to do. But yeah, this tower, I was a little bit struggling with it, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really know what to do, because once I've built like 2 or 3 towers, I didn't know what to do anymore, and trying to keep them different each time, but also be matching to the others. Gone for like a similar building technique again, using those like squared pieces, making them smaller each time, so I get like a step up effect. Putting some like nice lilac kind of color scheme on this one. This building just ended up looking like super New York, and that's what I want. Like when I put the windows on it, it looked like a New York building with an Arabian theme. Wasn't happy with that. I wasn't happy with the dome that I put on top of it either, so I changed that as well. It just looked really weird. It was too small for the scale of the building. But we get there in the end. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to remove the top of the building and then figure something else out, because that tiny onion dome is so out of scale for the size of this building, so I need to redo that. And then the windows, I do these like long windows going down. I don't know if that's like typically fitting for this aesthetic, but I was doing it anyway. And that's what made it look a little bit New York, I think. So I'm gonna edit that, and I do find a solution for it. So first of all, using these little small windows in between definitely made it look a little bit better. And I don't know why I was decorating like the whole building, because the bottom of it is gonna be like backed up onto another building to kind of finish up the whole back area of this little village. I was really struggling with this side of the map. I don't know if anyone else had this problem when building this particular map for the challenge, but like the front half of the map where the water splashdown is and the lift hill of the coaster, I found not too bad. But then when I got to this back area, I was really unsure what to do, especially where the depot is and everything, and I really had to like scratch my head about it. It was difficult, I'm not gonna lie. I really found this map a little bit difficult at times, and I was really unsure what to do, which direction to go. So yeah, anyway, so my solution for changing this building up a little bit was to add like a square piece that kind of sticks out the side and add windows onto that, and that definitely broke it up from looking too square and too New York style. So that was my solution. I'm happy about that, and it looks way better. So yeah, I'm basically just going to finish this up a little bit. As you can see there, I've also changed the onion dome on the top. Sorry, I might have cut it out of the footage. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I've just put a couple of screenshots now at the end of the video. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to head over to my Patreon to support me, you can do that by paying €3 a month. And you get little perks there. So that's really, really cool. And I'll see you all next time for another episode. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and bye.